Okay, let me see what's running. Okay, this is Red Video 11, and I'm going to talk about Red Video 6, which is on a black sheet of paper. It's got a white number that's got red around the edges, where I talk about health care at work, and I say where if you're at work, you'll be able to take a taxi cab home if you get sick at work, or if your boss has a shuttle service where you took a where you know, and so if you didn't drive to work, and if you're at home and don't have a car, or if you're sick enough you can't drive, the government will put, if you're sick you shouldn't drive. The government will pay you to take, you'll be able to take, the government will pay you to go to your doctor. The government will pay a doctor for health care. The government will pay sick days so you don't have to go to work when you're ill. The government will pay as many sick days as need be so you don't go to work sick. And the government will pay your boss for the time off. And that's like, okay, I said that, but like when your kids are sick at school, if you're at work and you took a shuttle bus or you don't have a car, when your kids leave school, the government will pay a taxi cab to get you at work or to go to your school to pick your kid up and to take you home or take you to wherever your kid is, and you'll be able to take as much time as need be to watch your kid at home, because your kid shouldn't be at home alone by himself while he's sick. To watch your kid and take care of your kid at home while he's sick, you get paid your normal salary to watch your kid while he's ill at home, as long as you have to watch your kid at home. You get your normal salary to watch your kid through his illness as long as need be. No, irregardless, whatever the illness is, your normal salary, your paid illness, your paid salary, no matter what it is. Your boss will just have to, tough luck, because if your kid's ill from school, you should take care of your kid to watch over him. Your kid won't be out on the street. And then I didn't say some other things. During school, I think there should be seatbelts on the bus. I talked about prisoners. I don't know what it was on the shuttle bus. They should build special seats like roller coaster seats, and the kids shouldn't have to carry books on the school bus. You should have iPads like I got, where you'd have one at home and have one at school. You shouldn't have to carry them back and forth. You go on the bus, that's like roller coaster seats, one size fit all, where you go on the bus, you'd sit in your seat, it'd lock down, where they can upset them, and they'd have power enough to be roomy enough that they'd open up. You'd sit in your seat, they'd lock down, they'd fit around them, they could still move their arms like on a roller coaster. You can see when they get up, they raise their arms up. There's enough room in there, like on a roller coaster. They could move all over. They could upset the bus and stuff. They'd be protected. The bus could jostle all around. So it'd be they'd be more protected than a seatbelt. And they'd be roomy enough. One size fits all. They could be, they say so high on a roller coaster. But then they could have they could have a section, they could have different sizes, if your kid's smaller, they could have different buses for like the first grade through sixth or whatever, first grade through fourth, and depending on how tall your kid is, they could have different rows for different height kids, and the government could buy your iPad for your kid, and they could go home and study with their iPad at their house. And if we can afford bombs to drop on people, the government can afford an iPad for your kid or a computer or whatever. I don't know what the word would be, for the kids can have it at home and at school, so they can do their studying or whatever you want to call it, and not have to carry it back and forth from school. And the seat belts on the bus, they could be like a roller coaster seat that locks them in place. They wouldn't be up jumping around. You could have a monitor on the bus beside the bus driver to watch them, to make sure they're in seat properly, and to get them off the bus in case of emergencies, and make sure they're in the seat right before they lock them down, to get them off the bus safely in case of emergencies. And, okay, I got 5 minutes on here, but, you know, they could have a bus to take them to the doctor. Maybe you take the taxi cab from your office to the hospital or the doctor's office. If you're sick at work, you take the cab from work, or if they have or if you're sick at home, you take the cab from home to the doctor. And if your kid's sick at school, you'd go to the chances are the school would take him to the doctor. And I don't know whether you go to the doctor and take him home or whether the school would take him home. But irregardless, when the kid's not at school, you got to be home to watch him to make sure he's okay. And you'd be paid like a normal salary by the federal government. And Obamacare is supposed to take care of everything. But irregardless, I'm going to make sure that you get paid and your medical bills get paid. That's what I'm going to say. All medical bills get paid by the federal government, because if you get paid 60, like if it, you know, the secretary gets paid like $200 an hour, you ought to be able to pay a decent insurance policy, for your medical bills to get paid. And better than Obamacare, if at least. And your boss will get 40% of whatever you're, you know. So if I don't know, maybe maybe I don't know what kind of place you work, but it may get $300 or $400. Like a nurse gets paid $600, you know, 60% of $600 an hour. She may have a better health care plan, because the hospital will get 40% of $600 an hour. They may have a super health care plan. Or a truck driver is $300 an hour, 60-40. Sitting behind the desk of a police officer or driving a car, $500. They may have a super health care plan to where they don't have to worry about it. Okay, this is 8 minutes, and I thank you. You're voting for the ideas, not the man. I'm not the best man for the job. I'm just the best ideas for the job. Thank you. Bye. David Farmoser, President.